love it chunky. Butter, butter, butter. Today's recipe is going to be quite easy. It only involves 3 ingredients and it's so tasty. I'm talking about oven fried chicken wings. Oven fried chicken wings. When people taste my wings, they think that I've deep fried them. That's how good they taste. It's all about the timing. That's all you need is the timing. And I actually learned how to make these chicken wings from my dad. I used to taste his wings and say, where did you get these from? Some rotisserie specialty shop? And he said, no, I just chopped them up myself and threw some salt and pepper on them and put them in the oven. So that's what we're gonna do. The reason why I'm able to slice through the chicken so easily is because I'm cutting it right on that joint, the bone, right in between the 2 bones there. And it just slides, the knife just slides right through. Okay, now you notice that I cut my chicken on a cutting board especially for chicken. Notice my little chicken here in the middle of it, because I do not want to cross-contaminate the germs that are on the chicken, which could cause salmonella poisoning, and mix it with salads or vegetables or other things that I'm cutting in the kitchen. So make sure you sanitize every area that the chicken touches when you clean up the chicken mess, and then you go on to your next dish. But don't mix the 2 because it's gonna cause cross-contamination, and we don't want that in our kitchen. Clean kitchen. You can use a cookie sheet, or you can use a shallow baking dish, or you can use a baking dish like this one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our wings, and the first thing you notice is that I cut the wings into small pieces. I cut them into, wingette size pieces, and I explained that I cut them right at the bone because everybody likes to be able to hold the wing like this, a nice little small piece, and eat it as an appetizer, or you can sauce it really good when they're in small pieces. So I'm gonna start off by spreading my wings out. And I'm gonna pick up the salt. This is kosher salt. I always use kosher. You wanna salt your wings very good on each side. And it looks like I'm going heavy on the salt, but kosher salt is not as much sodium as regular salt. So I'm kind of doubling the salt that I would normally use. And now I'm gonna sprinkle the pepper. And coat each one with a nice amount of pepper, depending on how spicy you like it, how peppery you like it. Now I'm gonna turn my wings over, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, notice I'm picking my salt shaker back up, and remember, when I'm finished cooking, you've got to wipe down your salt and pepper shakers because you don't want to go with the cross-contamination. You've got chicken juice going on. You're using your fingers. Now I'm going to pepper. Some people like to spice their wings with several other spices like garlic powder or onion powder or poultry seasoning or rosemary, different things like that. But salt and pepper works just as well. So now that we've got them salt and peppered, we're gonna place them in our baking dish face up, skin side up. Okay, I'm gonna grab another baking dish. And notice I put a piece of parchment paper in here. That's to keep the chicken from sticking to the pan. Now I'm gonna put the chicken wings in skin side up. And on this part of the chicken, the skin side up is the part that has the thick, meaty skin on one side. So that's the part you wanna put up because it's gonna give it that crispiness. Remember, the key to the perfect wing is how much time they're actually in the oven. If you bake these wings and you're not rushing for an hour and a half, sometimes I leave them in for 2 hours on 350 degrees, but you have to watch them and make sure that they don't burn. They will come out I mean, when I say mouth-watering and crispy, wait till you see these wings when they come out. And at that point, you can add honey barbecue sauce, you can add teriyaki sauce, but you don't have to add anything because that's how good these wings are gonna taste. I don't wanna crowd them too much, so I'm just gonna space them out. I think I might have just enough room for the wings that I have. Let's see if I have room for one more over here. Okay, I think I've got space for one more right here. You don't want to crowd it too much because you'll cause a steam bath in the oven. And that'll make your wings soft. But you want them to be crispy. Okay, now once I have my wings in both pans, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven on 350 degrees. And remember, we're gonna cook the wings for an hour and a half. Check them after an hour, make sure they're not burned because different ovens give you different temperatures, but really to let them be able to fall off the bone and become crispy, almost like fried chicken. And notice I have no oil in this pan. It's completely dry. It's on parchment paper, and watch how beautiful these wings turn out. Place one and place the other one right next to it. Now, once we get our wings in the oven, it's cleanup time. Time to check the wings. They've been in for an hour and a half already. So let's see how they're doing. Remember what I said. You gotta make sure they're crispy. They look good, but they're still not as crispy as I'd like them to be. So I'm gonna turn them over and make sure, look at that, look at the backs. They look like they are fried chicken wings. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be scrumptious. And see how they're not sticking because they're laid on parchment paper. I didn't have to put any oil spray. I didn't have to put any grease, added grease. And it makes for an easier cleanup. Now I'm gonna put this batch back in the oven. I'm gonna check my second batch. They should be just the same. Yep, I'm gonna turn those babies over. So far they have cooked an hour and a half on 350. And you might say, I think they're done, Sita. But no, I like them crispy. And if you like those wings that fall off the bone, where people say, oh my gosh, what did you do to those wings? This is what you have to do to the wings. You have to cook them. Okay, so let me put these babies back into the oven. And I'm gonna give it another 15 minutes. I'd say these wings will actually take a total of an hour and 45 minutes in total. Remember, you want crispy, you have to be patient. And then you can add your favorite sauces and you'll feel the crispiness and the flavors will mix in. You'll love it. You watch. My crispy wings are ready. I'm gonna take them out of the oven. It has been an hour and 45 minutes. See that? Patience, everyone. And look at those wings. You get perfect wings every time. And that's all I used was salt and pepper. No oil, salt and pepper in the pan, and that's it. But guess what? I've got a bonus for you. I'm gonna make these into honey barbecue wings. Your friends are gonna love these. You can start off with a cup of your favorite barbecue sauce. Just plain sauce, plain barbecue sauce. And then I'm gonna add in about 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Butter, butter, butter. Ooh, now we're making it sinful. And once you add in your butter, You can add about a tablespoon or more of honey. This is all natural raw honey. And I'm gonna stir that in and let that melt. That's gonna sweeten it up some. And then of course we can't do honey barbecue wings without a little brown sugar. Now I'm gonna add a half a cup of brown sugar. And stir that in. This is gonna top those wings off and make them perfect. Perfect for a party, perfect for friends and a football game, perfect for a Sunday afternoon. Delicious wings. Once I heat all my ingredients together and everything is melted perfectly together, I'm gonna remove my sauce. And now I am going to put the wings in the platter. This is what I call crispy oven-baked wings. Okay, now once I create a layer, I'm gonna start to add my sauce. Just gonna drizzle that over each wing. Look at that. Finger licking good. Ooh, you're gonna be licking your fingers on this one. Okay, another layer of wings here. And then I'm gonna drizzle the sauce one more time. This is better than any store-bought wings you could ever buy. Trust me when I tell you, I ain't lying to you. You're gonna love it. Now you know the secret to crispy oven-baked wings. You will never need to fry your chicken wings again. None of that flour and oil, even though we added a little sin ourselves with the brown sugar and honey and butter and barbecue sauce. But I mean, what's the fun of eating if you can't enjoy every now and then? Honey barbecue crispy baked wings. Enjoy. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and our website, www.SinfullyGoodTV.com.